Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Here Nazar Ibrahim. Uh, we will be discussing today the topic sets of 0580 syllabus, right? And this is basically the channel teachings by SM, right? And as we discussed in every video, the aim of making these videos is firstly to the funds which we will be getting for the first 6 months from these videos, we will be donating it for the Palestinian people, and secondly, it's a good source of learning different topics easily. So starting with sets today, there are different kind of questions which come in paper. So we are having starting from 2017 to 23, I guess. So all these years, summer and winter, will be discussed. So starting with the first question, that is sets in this Venn diagram. This is called a Venn diagram having circles, right? Shade the region F union G complement. This sign is called union, and the sign on G is called complement, right? So F union G complement. Now what this goes up to, let's see that. Okay, F set is in this whole circle, right? So firstly I will put arrows on F. This is F, this is F, right? G complement means all the sets except G, which are there in the Venn diagram, right? So except G is this part, which I am doing it by red. So except G is this part and this part. This whole is G, right? Okay. So this part and this part. So shade, now what regions to shade? When we are dealing with the union, this symbol, so we shade all the regions having one or two arrows, right? Here those regions are this region having one arrow, and this whole region which belongs to this. So this all is shaded. So what is not shaded is this region, right? This was a first question, part A. Let's go to the next part. Part B is we are having this is called a universal set. It's like this, formed like this, right? It's a universal set and having elements 1 to 9. Okay, A, B and C definitely will be subsets of this universal set. Universal set means a set having elements, all elements of the other sets, right? So A is an odd number, so what should be A? Odd numbers from 1 to 9. It means 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Okay, what is B? B is a square number. So 2 is a square number, and no, 2 is not a square number. No, 2 is not a square number. A square number is 4 right here, and a square number is 9. Yes, 9 is a square number. Okay, this is done, this is done. C is a multiple of 3. So multiples of 3 is 3, 6 and 9, right? 3, 6 and 9. So we have all we have written all the sets in detail, right? Okay, write all the elements of universal set in the diagram below, in the Venn diagram below, right? So we will see in this diagram there must be some elements which are coming in A, B and C all. Let us see first those elements. So you can see 9 and 9, 9. 9 is in all three elements A, B, C. So this is this part which is in A, which is in B, which is in C. So we can place 9 over here. Okay. Any other element? 3, 3, no. 4, no. Okay. Just 9 is there. Okay. Now let's see what are the elements which are in A and B. In A and B we have no common elements except yes, there's one more square element which we have not written, that is 1. 1 is a square element. 1 ones are 1. So 1 is in A and B. So 1 is common. Okay, 1 is placed over here. Okay, now we have any other common elements in AB? No. Let's see in A and C. A and C we have 3 common elements. 3 as a common element in A and C. So 3 is placed over here. Okay. Any common element in B and C? 9 move that we have placed. Okay, no other element in common in B and C. Right? Now what are the leftover elements in A? In A we are left with 5 and 7. Right? What are the leftover elements in B? In B 1 is done, 1 is done, 9 is done, 4 is left. Okay. What is the leftover element in C? 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 elements have been placed. Now what are the leftover elements in the universal set? This is the universal set, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elements. 1 is gone. 2 is in all is not there in the A, in B, and C. So 2 is remaining over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is left. Okay, right. So we have placed all the elements of universal set in this Venn diagram having sets A, B, and C. Clear? Let's move to the next question. Another number is included in the set universal set. Okay, this number is in the region of A complement intersection B intersection C. Okay, so in this question, A complement intersection B intersection C, we will see first that what this region is. So to check this, first see what A complement means, that what A complement means. So let's put an arrow on A complement. A complement means the region except A, all the regions except A. So this is A, right? So this is except A, this is except A, this is except A, and this is except A, right? Now there's one part which we have done. Now what is B intersection C? B intersection C means we have this region. This is the region of B intersection C, right? So let's put an arrow by another sign, that is this. So B intersection C is this part and this part. Right, now again what I discussed first, that when we are having we have to take out A complement intersection B intersection C. We have seen B intersection C, we have seen A complement. Now what in between these two is another intersection, and for intersection we see just two arrows. So two arrows are in which region? That is this region, right? So it means that intersection means common in B and C both, right? So we know that for B we have square number and for C we have multiple of 3. So those numbers which are a multiple of 3 as well as a square number. So the answer will be any value, yeah, or any number which is square, which is a square number and multiple of 3. Clear? Which is a square number, that is B, and which is a multiple of 3, that is C. Right? This is the region. Sorry. Mm, this is the region. This. Clear? Let's move to the next question. Okay, question number 2. We have a universal set, that is students in a class. Okay. We have the P stands for the students who study physics, C stands for students who study chemistry. Venn diagrams shows the number of students. We have a filled Venn diagram. Part 1 is find the number of students who study physics or chemistry, right? Who study physics or chemistry means that the students which are studying physics or chemistry, and definitely or both, right? That is the answer. So who are the students who are studying physics? These are 5 students. Who are studying chemistry? Who are studying both, right? So all we have to add up. So that is 5 plus 11 plus 8. That is 8 plus 11, 19. 19 plus 5, 24. So 24 are those students, are the number of students who are studying physics or chemistry. So the question arises that why we are choosing 5, 11 and 8 all. The thing is that question if asked was find the number of students who study just physics, so that will be 5. Find the number of students who study just chemistry, who study only chemistry, that would be 8. Find the number of students who study physics and chemistry both, so that the answer would be 11. But they are asking generally find the number of students who study physics or chemistry. So this means that the students who study chemistry, who study physics, or who study both, right, all are included in this. That's why we have selected all the three and we have added to get the answer. Okay, this explanation was required. That's why did it. Okay, let's move to part B. Part 2. In part 2 we have find the n p intersection c complement. Now what n means over here? N means the number of elements in this set p intersection c complement. Find the number of elements in p intersection c complement. So firstly let's see what p intersection c complement means. So what is p? P is this part, p is this part, right? What is c complement? So c complement means all the regions except C. So that is this part and this part. And since it's intersection, so we will be selecting just those elements which are having two ticks. That is this part. So number of elements in this part is 5. So the answer is 5. Okay, let's move to now to the third part. Mm, wait a minute, just this is creating disturbance, right? Okay. So a student who does not study chemistry is chosen at random. A student who does not study chemistry. So what are the number of students who do not study chemistry? So that will be this part, because these are students who study chemistry and physics both. So definitely chemistry as well. Chemistry is there. These are the students who study physics. It means that who are not studying chemistry, who are not studying both. So these are the number of students who are not studying chemistry. That is 12. Okay. Okay. Find the probability that this student does not study physics, right? So basically the sample space or the total we say outcomes, the probability formula is favorable outcome upon total outcomes. So in this experiment of probability, the total outcomes from which we are selecting are 12, because the students who are not studying chemistry are 12. 5 and 7, 12. Okay, now find the probability that this student does not study physics, right? So what are the number of students who in this region are not studying physics? Yes, those are 7 students, because out of these 12, 5 are those who are studying physics and 7 are those who are not studying physics. So find the probability that this student does not study physics. So number of students who are not studying physics are basically our favorable outcome. So 7. So the answer to this is 7 upon 12. Clear? Okay, let's move to the next part. On the Venn diagram below, shade the region D union E complement. We have discussed union, it means that whole, right? But union of D and E complement. So let's take first D. D is this part, D is this part, right? And if we see E complement means the regions except E. And what are those regions? Those regions are this part and this part. And since it's union, so union means all the regions having one or two ticks, right? We will be shading all those. So 1, 2 and 3. What are the region? What is the region which is unshaded? This is the region. Okay, clear? Okay, let's move to the next. Okay, uh, question number 3 is we have a set Q having elements 1, 2 till 6. Write down a set where P is, you see a new symbol which is written over here, which is called proper subset. This symbol is called, and what is proper subset? The question says write down a set P where P is a proper subset of Q. So P should be containing elements out of these 6 elements. It should have at least one element which is not a part of Q, right? Then it will be a proper subset. So we can say that any set which is having these elements, right? So what we will write over here, any set containing, we will write over here, any set containing lesser than these 6 elements, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it can be 1, 2, so that can be any set, right? So that's why we are not writing any set, we have written generally that this can be any set having these 6 out of lesser than these 6 elements, right? It can be 5, it can be 4, it can be 3. Okay, let's move to the next. Okay, shade the region in the Venn diagrams. M union N complement. Okay, what is M? M is this, M is this, and okay, what is N complement? Except N, right? So except N is this part and this part. So again it's union, so it means shading all the regions having one or two arrows. This is the unshaded region. Let's move to the next. A union B intersection C complement. Whenever we are shading 3 sets, we should know that we should start with 2 sets first. So A union B is A. Let's see first A. A is this, A is this. What is B? This is B. This is B. This is B and this is B. Okay. I'm just talking right now about A union B, right? So if I see, so A union B is all this. So this is A union B. Now intersection with the C complement, right? So what is C complement? C complement means all the elements except C, or all the regions except C. So what will be that? Except C will be this part, except C. No, this is part of C. Oh, sorry. Except C. So except C is this part, except C is this part, and except C is this part and this part. Right? How many regions? 1, 2, This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. 4 regions. Now out of these, the first shaded part, my first shaded part was this whole, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6 regions. And when I shaded C complement, so I shaded this, right, and this part. Is it clear? Okay, now intersection means which is the part of A union B and which is the part of C complement both, right? So what are those parts which are part of A union B as well as C complement? So those are just three parts, which was this 1, 2, and 3. This outer part was not the part of A union B, it is not selected. Of course, C is excluded here in C complement. These three parts are not part of C complement, so these are not selected. So if I erase them all and I make them a new one, so the region which is the part of this whole A union B intersection C complement is 1, 2. Clear? Let's move to the next. Okay. Question number 4 is the Venn diagram shows information about the number of elements in sets A, B, and universal set, right? We have A as 20 minus X, and A intersection B is X, and just B is 8 minus X, right? Three regions, and one is the region which is not a part of A and B both, right? So we are informed that the number of elements in A union B is 23. In whole A union B is 23. It means the part of this whole part. So it means that 20 minus X plus X, this region plus this region plus this region, which is altogether A union B, is 23. So if I want to find out the value of X, I will just simplify it. So this X and this X gets cancelled. 20 plus 8 is 28, right? 28 minus X is equals to 23. So to take out the value of X, take X over there, take 23 over here. So 28 minus 23 is equals to X, which means X is equals to 5. Clear? Okay. Now the second part, part B, is that an element is chosen at random from universal set, right? From universal set. It means that from all of this, right? Find the probability that this element is in A union B. So universal set means that we had A union B is equals to 23 we have over here, right? And if I add this, so that whole will be the universal set. It means that the elements in universal set is 23 plus 7 is equals to 30, right? Now it means that this total outcomes in probability formula is, this is total outcome and this is favorable outcome, right? So total outcome from which we are observing is 30, and the favorable outcome, let's see what is that. Find the probability that this element is in A union B complement. So A union B complement means this is basically A union B, right? This whole. So A union B complement means that except A union B all the region, and that will be this region. And you know how many elements are there in this region? 7 elements. So the favorable outcome is 7. So the probability is then 7 upon 30. Clear? Let's move to the next part. Question number 5. Question number 5 is, we have the total elements in the universal set is 20. Total number of elements in set P is 10. Set Q is 13. Okay. So we don't know the only elements, I mean the elements in just P, right? We don't know the only elements in set Q. So we will say that the elements which are in P and which are in Q, we say that as X, right? The elements which are part of P and Q both. Okay, if I subtract 10 from those elements which are part of P and Q, so I will get the elements which are part of just P. And if I subtract this from 13 x from 13, so I will get those elements which are just part of set Q. Okay, and I have one more information, that is this: number of elements in P union Q complement. It means we just noted that question, so the elements which is the part of this region are 5. Okay, now we need to find out the elements in P intersection Q. It means that we want to find out X. So let's sum up all to get we know the total elements, right? 20. So it means that 10 minus x plus 13 minus x plus 5 is equals to 20, right? Now this x will be cancelled by this, so it is 10 plus 13 plus 5 minus x is equals to 30. 10 plus 13 is 23. 23 plus 5 is 28 minus x is equals to 30, right? Sorry, it's 20. Sorry, it's 20, right? 20 elements in the universal set. So 20 will go over there. 28 minus 20 is equals to x, and x is equals to 8. It means the elements in P intersection Q, which is x, is equals to 8 elements. Clear? Okay, let's move to the next part. Question number 6. Question number 6 is, we have the set C, which is x is greater than 5 and less than 12. How we read the set x such that x is an integer? So C is basically a set having integers which are x is greater than 5. Greater than 5 means starting from 6. Less than 12, it means that it is ending at 11. 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And D is equals to 5 comma 10. Clear? Put a ring around the correct statement from the list below. D is equals to, this set is called null set, having no elements, and this is not true. D is having 2 elements, 5 and 10. Okay, second is C intersection D. C intersection D. Uh, Intersection means common in both sets C and D. So the element which is common in both is just 10, right? 10 is common in both, and there are no any other elements which are common in C and D both, right? No 5. Okay, so it means that this is the correct answer. Let's see others as well. 6 belongs to D. No. D is a proper subset of C. No. So this is the correct answer, right? C intersection D is equals to 10. Okay. Question part B is, find the number of elements in C union D. So C union D means all the elements in both. Write all the elements in both, and if a number is repeated, we'll write it once. So it means that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So we are asked about the number of elements, not the whole set. So how many elements are there? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 elements are there. So 7. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 7 is, x complement intersection y. Shade this region. So again, starting with let's start with x complement. X complement means regions except x, that is this and this, right? Okay. And y is basically this part and this part. Since it's intersection, it means that just shade the region which are having 2 arrows, right? So this is the region which will be shaded. Clear? And the other 2 I will erase them. This is not the part of the answer. This is the only answer. Clear? Let's move to the next part. The Venn diagram shows information about the number of gardeners who grow melons, potatoes, and carrots. Right? Three different, um, two vegetables and one fruit. Right? Melons. Okay. Now here in this question, a gardener is chosen at random from the gardeners who grow melons. A gardener is chosen at random from the gardeners who grow melons. Right now, how many are the gardeners who grow melons? M stands for the gardener who grow melons, right? So 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 6. It means that 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 6 are the is basically melons, right? The gardener who grow melons. So it means that um, okay, 3 plus 5 8, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 6 16 are the number of gardeners who grow melons. Find the probability that this gardener does not grow carrots, right? This is the question. So since we are having number of gardeners who grow melons are 16, so it means that in probability, mm, total outcome, favorable outcome. So the total outcome is 16, right? The number of gardeners who grow melons are 16. Now find the probability that this gardener does not grow carrots. So how many gardeners here who are not growing carrots? So carrots are grown by this is the carrots set. These are the people who grow carrots. These are the people who grow carrots. This is the region, and this is the region in which we are having numbers of the gardeners who are not growing carrots, right? 5 and 2 belong to the carrot set. 3 and 6 do not belong to the carrot set. So it means that 6 plus 3, 9 are the gardeners who are not growing carrots. So the probability for this is, sorry, 9 upon 16. Clear? Okay, now find the number of elements in this set M union P union C complement, right? Okay, let's do this question. So in order to do this, we should first think about what is M intersection P. So what is M intersection P? M intersection P belong to this region. The region having common elements in M and P is 6 and M and P is 2, right? 6 plus 2 is 8. So we have M intersection P is equals to 8, right? Now what is C complement? C complement means that if I erase this up, C complement means except C. Except C is this, except C is this, except C is this, except C is this, right? These four are the region except C, and the region having M intersection P is, let me shade this again so that we can have a better understanding of that. So that is this part, M intersection P is this part, M intersection P is this part. Now since we are having the symbol of union in between these two, M intersection P and C complement, it means that we have to take all these regions. So if I count this up and I write it over here, 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 12 plus 23, 3 plus 6 plus 2. Okay, so the total will be 3 plus 6 9, 9 plus 2 11, 11 plus 12 is 23, 23 plus 23 is 46. Clear? Let's move to the next question. Okay, here in this question, 40 children were asked if they have a computer or a phone or both, right? The Venn diagram shows the results. Having a computer only 7, both 8, and just a phone 23, and having not a computer, not a phone, not both are 2, right? A child is chosen at random from the children who have a computer. So if I see the children having computer are this 7 and 8, right? So since probability is there, so let's write the formula: favorable outcome upon total outcome. The total outcome, because we are selecting choosing the children who have a computer, that is 15. Okay, write down the probability that this child also has a phone, right? Write down the probability that this child also have a phone. So which um, which regions should be selected to get this? Having a phone out of these two regions are just these students, because 7 are students who just have a computer, 8 are students who have a computer and phone both. So the favorable outcome will be 8. Probability will be 8 upon 15. Clear? Part 2 is connected to the first part. How? Let's see. Complete the Venn diagram, right? So if we see over here, these were the people who have a computer. These were the people who have a phone. These were the people who have both, and these were the people who don't have computer, don't have phone. You see, do not have a computer, do not have a phone. This was have a computer, have a phone. So in between this will be people, or will be students who do not have computer and phone, and these were 2. So I will put 2 over here. Do not have a computer, so these will be students who will be having a phone, right? Definitely. So that will be 23. Do not have a phone, these will be those students who have a computer, right? It will be 7. Okay, now the students who are having computer and phone both, right, will be outside. Understood? I'm repeating it. This basically Venn diagram, this one is opposite of this. In this Venn diagram, the first heading is have a computer, second is have a phone, right? And the in between this, the intersection of these two sets are the students who have computer and phone both. So the students who have computer and phone both, I have placed it over here, right? Because in this Venn diagram, we have two sets. First, do not have a computer. It means these will be those students who had a phone, right? So definitely they are not having computer. So I have placed it over here. Secondly, the students who had a computer, definitely they will not be having a phone. So I have placed over here. In between were the students who had phone and computer both. This is the region of the students who have computer, who do not have computer and phone both, having not a computer and not a phone. So I selected this in place of this, right? And these were the students who had both computer and phone. This will be outside this. So I've placed it over here. Clear? Okay. And the last is the region, shade the region of for the students A union B intersection. Okay, this is not connected to this part. In this Venn diagram, shade the region A union B complement intersection C. Again, what I said first was, first shade the bracket A union B complement, two sets. So let's first tick of A, A, and A. Now let's tick the region of B complement. B complement is except B all. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Since it's union, it means that all the regions will be here, the part of A union B complement. Now the problem is we are having the third set, that is C. So now shade C. I will shade it from any other color so that it can be easily understood. So C is 1. It is a little bit light color. Let's take a dark color. C is this part, C is this part, C is this part, and C is this part, right? So the regions which we ticked first, which we shaded first, was 1, this whole, right, blue one, right, and this part. So in order to decide this, I will do this again so that this is a little bit problematic question. So, and we have to understand all the three shading parts, right? So what we did first, we did A union B complement, right? So A is this part, right? A, A, and A. And B complement is, B complement means except B is this part, except B is this part, except B is this part, except B is this one, right? Since we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regions and we are having union, I'm dealing with right now A union B complement, right? So this whole will be shaded. Now if I name this, I'm trying to make it easier for you. So this is first region, second region, third region, fourth region, fifth region, and sixth region. 6 regions are there which are shaded for A union B complement. Now I have to select those regions which are in A union B complement. I mean these 6 regions, and which are also in C, right? Now see what C contains. So I'm selecting another color for C. So for C we have this, this 2, 3, and 4. So the common in A union B complement and C are 3 regions which are 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, and 5. Other than this is not the region which is common. This is not the region which is common. This is not the region which is common because it does not come in um, C, C, C. Clear? It is these areas are not coming in C. That's why they are not common to these two parts. The common parts are 3, 4, and 5. So if I rub this all, then I will shade the region which are common by, so this whole is the region, right, and this is the region. Clear? Okay ji. So I repeated this and I started again like this so that it is more easier in this way to for the better understanding of the students, right? Okay, let's move to this next question. That is question number 9. Okay, question number 9 here is A intersection B. We have to find first. We are given 3 sets, that is universal set 0 to 6, A 0 2 4 5 6, B 1 2 5. So A intersection B means that common elements in A and B, that are 2 and 5. So A intersection B is 2 comma 5. Number of elements in set B, 3 elements, 1 2 and 5, 3 elements, 3. 0 4 6 is equals to dash intersection dash. So we have to select 2 sets which whom intersection would give me 0 4 and 6. So let's see what kind of sets are having 0 4 6. Let's see that. So if I see the A part, so 0 4 6 here in A, and if I see B, it does not contain 0 4 6. perhaps it is containing the elements which are not 0, 4, 6, right? So if I take the complement of B, so what will be that? So except B are in universal set are 1, 2 and 5 are excluded, 0, 3, 0, 3 and 4 and 6. This is B complement. And A is 0, 2, 4, 5 and 6. If I see the intersection of A and B complement, so 0 is there in A and B dash, 4 is there in A and B dash, and 6 is there in A and B dash. Yes, so it is A intersection B complement. Okay, 2 comma 4, a new set dash A. So if I see 2 and 4 are there in A, that is, it means that it is a proper subset of A. Clear? Let's move to the next question. Shade the region A intersection B complement. So A intersection B complement means if I see A intersection B, so A intersection B is basically this part, and complement of this part means except this all. It means that this region, and all this region, right? This is not. So this is the region which is not the part of the A intersection B complement. Clear? Okay, let's move to the next part. Okay, M is a set X such that X is an integer and X is greater than equal to 2. It means that it is greater than equal to, it means 2 is included, 3, 4 and 5. 6 is not included, right? Because X is less than 6. So how many elements are there in the set M? 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that 4 elements. Okay, write down a set N where N belongs to M, not belongs to subset of M, and N is not equal to 5. It means it's not an empty set. So N is a proper subset of M. It means that it will be containing elements of M, right? But not exactly as M, less than M. So we will say any set containing elements of M, elements of M, but not a null set, but not an empty set, right? So it can be 2, 3, 4, it can be 2, 3, 5. So any set containing lesser elements of M but not an empty set. It means it cannot be a set having 0, right? It can be 3 elements, it can be these 3, it can be 2, it can be 1. Clear? Okay. Shade the region A union B complement. A union B complement means this whole is A union B, uh, except A union B, all the regions. That is this region. Okay. Second part is C intersection D complement union E, right? So C intersection D complement means first I will be doing this part. So C intersection D complement. So C is this and this. These 4 parts belong to C, and D complement means except D all. Except D all means this part, this part, this part and this part. If I see about intersection, what we have discussed, that we will see the regions which are having 2 arrows, right? So it means that this is basically one region, 2 regions, right? And all the other having 1 arrow, right? So these 2 regions belongs to C intersection D complement, right? Now what we are up to is C intersection D complement union of E, right? So If I see, if I erase this up, because this is not our concern, right? This is our concern. C intersection D complement is this. Now E. E is this part, E is this part, E is this part, and E is this part, right? Clear? So the shaded region will be having those regions which are having even one arrow, right? So this, this, and this, right? Clear? Okay, let's move to the next, the last part. A intersection B, very simple. A intersection B is basically simply this part. That's all about this sets. I hope you guys all understood the questions. Jazakallahu khaira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.